Kimmie left Holt in the bag. Hot Girl Summers and Mel and Destiny about to be done. Let's get into it, Shani.
Hey, Chat Suites fam. We are back, Bev and Shani, with a recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 4, Episode 6, Tacos with a Side of Beef.
Yes.
And like Bev said in the intro, it looked like Destiny and Mel are gonna have a little conflict, right?
Yes. And
say it.
And looking like rightfully so. Sorry, Melanie is looking real messy right now.
I mean, like, it's just so, to me, it's so control. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if she's acting or what is happening. What's happening right this year? I don't know what's happening this season because it seems as if she's acting a little bit. I love her. I love you, Mel. Still love you, but it just seems like it's a role. You know what I'm saying? Like she's in scenes. not
seriously. I mean, seriously. Scene cut, fade to black. Like, what is going on? I don't get it.
Yes. Well, the episode starts with the cliffhanger it ended with last week with Kimmie and Maurice waiting for Kiuwha and Zay and Maurice leaving the scene and having Kim have to be the one who conducts this meeting about their steps or their son. I was like, that was so just, I don't think that was right. And like she said, she even admitted in her confessional, she was like, it started off awkward. It did start off awkward.
Yes.
Because they both seemed like they were just kind of, like nervous and didn't know really quite what to say or how to take each other. And
right.
Eventually they got to it. Go ahead, Boo, say it.
No, I was just going to say when they left off, I think like from the last times they had that, remember they didn't leave on good terms. So Kimmie was on edge about that. Maurice was wrong for that. Like, how could you have this moment where you're supposed to talk about your son with his mom and have the foursome and you had to run out? I'm shocked about that.
I am too. I just thought it was not the way it ended up. They seemed like they had a cordial conversation about it, even after all the nervousness, went away eventually as they were speaking, I guess. But I was like, Maurice, how could you not be there? And then going to when he was talking to the child, I don't know if that's not the very next scene, but that was a couple scenes away, but it's related to what just happened.
Yeah. So, I mean, like family, for anybody that didn't see, this was interesting. It was, as Shani said, the title, Tacos with a Side of Beef. And we don't know if somebody's getting ready to start beefing, but it was conversations with Kimmie, like you said, finishing up with Kiuwha. They had eventually conversations with Maurice Jr., otherwise known as Little Monster.
Right.
We saw some couples in counseling, a couple that didn't want to get into counseling. And we saw two girlfriends about to not be so happy with each other. So, Shawty, you got to finish telling the family how all this is unfolding.
But the conversation with Monster, now that was awkward. I mean, why would they embarrass that child like that? They was wrong for that. I'm so sorry.
Shani, I agree with you 100%. I mean, I know they are on television and it's reality and we have to show everything, but I don't know if I would have showed that conversation with him because he's just what, 16?
I don't even think it's 16. Is it like 15? I think he's just starting high school, ninth grade, ninth or 5th grade, something like that. Yeah, I think he's just starting high school, ninth grade. And you talking about sex like that? What? I mean, true enough, that's something that's a conversation that needs to be had, of course. Not on national television, though. And he seemed so uncomfortable with that. It was just crazy.
I didn't like that either. I think they could have been a little bit better judge of character besides having that conversation with him, like I said, on that national platform. I mean, I know it's like we said, reality TV, but I don't know if you need to see everything.
Everything, not everything. Something's got to be private or something, but yeah. But anyway, then we go to the friends. Oh, then I guess Tisha and Destiny, I guess they were always cool. They were going to having a hot girl summer. Hey. Getting a convertible. Is Tisha, she really getting that car? She really getting that car?
What kind was it? I couldn't even tell.
I don't know. It was some kind of convertible. I don't know what kind it was. A BMW. It was a BMW.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, okay, Tisha. I don't know what
They,
Marcel gonna say about that. He's trying to get that
oh,
kind. But anyway, and
yes.
then we go to their counseling meeting. Wow.
I mean, I want to say one thing that was so funny to me when they went for the hot girl summer and they were looking at the cars. And when Mel called in and invited them to the taco party, and then Tisha was like, "Who is Tiffany that you're inviting in to the party?" And Destiny was like, "I'll tell you about it." And then Tisha said something so funny about when the young lady from Ready to Love, Kyra, was looking at Marsau at the party. And she said, "I was wanted to let her know you here for a tasting, not for a husband." Tisha's so funny.
Like, I'm still looking for my husband from Ready to Love. Hey.
Listen, and did you hear, Shani? Did you hear
What?
Destiny say, "Now I hear what Tisha's saying, but you know the word still is on the street about Marsau having these children." I said, "Oh my,
I heard that. And I was like, Destiny, really?
oh my God." But then why is this out here so crazy?
I don't think he has kids. I think he has had an
Please.
affair, but I don't think he has any kids. I think he has had an affair. Because that's what that girl, they call it coleslaw, Martell's woman. Because I guess she know the girl that had what's fair. And one of her friends taped her talking about it. She didn't know that she was being taped. And she was saying, that so-and-so got on that. Because so the girl was, her friends didn't know she was being taped. Okay. So she's saying, yeah, that girl when, I'll say his name was Lisa. Lisa got on the live with Marsau and Tisha saying that she hadn't been sleeping with him, and she was. Can you believe that? And she was like, for real? She was like, girl, yeah, I can believe her. Ooh. So I saw that live. I saw the live. And the girl was like, no, I'm not, I'm a hairdresser and I never would do anything like that.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. I just hope, family, we hope it's not true. Please, Marsau, please don't let it be true, because we cannot have this happen with Tisha. We cannot. But yes, they kept, go ahead, Shani. I know they had to.
Yeah, they went on. So then we go to Tisha tricking Marsau into going to the counseling session with Dr. Francis. That was interesting.
Yes.
Although I think she should have told him, but she said if she told him, he wouldn't have gone at all. So I guess.
Okay.
But it seemed as if it worked out, because they seemed like they got somewhere with their conversation. Because she was saying how she wanted to spend more time. You think a little bit. She wanted to spend more time with him, and he's saying that he's worked so much because she likes to spend so much. But then she broke it down and was like, no, I'm spending for me, the kids, the lessons, the food, everything. And you just, buy stuff for yourself. You don't even buy the kids clothes.
Right. She
does everything. So she said, maybe look like I'm spending more. Because at first, when he said that, I was like, well, that's fair. Because I'm sure she probably has, wants to be in with the Joneses and spending money. But then when she followed up with, well, this is what I'm buying, using my money for. And I was like, oh, wait a minute now, Marcel, you need to chill. You need to do some, What you think about that conversation?
Oh, Dr. Francis was too funny to me. Like that Dr. Francis. He was just, every time he talks to one of these gentlemen from this show, he's in disbelief. He seems like he's just looking at them like he used to look at Martell, like, what are these men talking about? Like, do they not get it? Do they not hear their wives? Do they not understand what their wives really want? Because a lot of it seems like the wives will say what's going on, and the men will respond, and it's like whatever they're talking about is going right over the guy's head. And Dr. Francis is looking like, I don't understand even how you men are married, because this is unbelievable. So seriously, to me, I wanted them to let him talk some more, but they probably cut it and spliced it and diced it, and we didn't see his talk. Right. But I thought it was going to go well, Shani. But then remember when they were leaving out, she was just like,
I know it did go. It was when they walked out of the office, it was okay, because it seemed as though they had gotten some resolve, because they agreed to have Thursday night at 8:00 as date night.
According to, and making sure that Siri would remind you.
Yeah, but to me, I'm sorry, I'm not against that. Because what if you forget the time? What if you're doing something and you can lose track of things sometimes? You don't think so? Because I know you're married, so you wouldn't need Alexa or Siri to let you know that it was date night with you and your husband.
No, I don't know. Because if it's coming up and we're doing a date night, then that's the number one thing on my mind. He's the number one thing on my mind all the time. So anything that has to do with him, that's foremost. I can't see a woman I don't think a woman would. I mean, maybe a man because
Well,
he's
I'm talking about man. I'm talking about him, the man. Okay, I should have
no,
said the
he
man. You
couldn't
don't
do
think
it.
the man would need some type of reminder or whatever?
No, he better not because no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Would he need would he like it if we needed a reminder to cook him some food, or would we need a reminder or a
Right,
reminder to say it's time to get into an intimate space? So no.
right.
You want me to tell what do this? We want a reminder for Siri for all of that. It's like, why do you need a reminder for? No, I just I mean, I think Marceau, he's kind of an actor too.
He is on
Yeah,
stage, a
he's on
comedian. Yes.
stage. So I don't know if that was for effect, but I just think I don't know. I don't think that was necessary. I don't think you shouldn't have to do it. I don't think so. Like,
But you think that was this? I was thinking like, but I thought that the man, the Dr. Francis, I was like, why are you calling him out like that? I didn't think it wasn't that deep to me for him to say to do that. I'm sorry. I guess because my mind is so bad and I be forgetting everything. I might forget something like that. I'm sorry. I know that's just big.
I love that. I love that. Well, listen, you know what? The other thing about it is, Shani, kind of just to piggyback on what you were saying, whatever works for whomever's relationship, because it's no like cookie cutter template to it. So if Siri reminders help or Alexa reminders, then come on in, Siri and Alexis, to help it work. So whatever works for the relationships, family. Yeah, because everything's different in everybody's relationship. We can't call it on everybody. Go ahead, baby.
No, we cannot. Yes, no, exactly. All right. So then they give us a snippet of the way Tiffany and her husband live. Okay. Well, I'll just say, I'm not liking her very much.
I'm not feeling her either.
I know. It's like she's just so like, oh, that's what we do. And like, girl, stop.
Right.
Are you acting, or is this really how you are? Because if it's really how you are, you're not. I don't like you. But if you're acting, okay, then stop acting and just be yourself. Okay. Seriously.
I'm blunt. People just have to get used to it. I'm not changing me, girl. Wait a minute now. Hold on. I'm like this chick right here. Something like I said. I hope it's all for the cameras.
But even then, I guess what Funky Dineva, I listened to Tim. He was talking about the episode. He said he was disappointed in Carlos, but he says she's just too. Talking about Tiffany, too predictable. Like that's something you just plan. It's like you plan her there just for drama. Right.
Yes.
It's not authentic. He said doesn't seem authentic or genuine at all. He was going off. He was like, "Come on, do better, brother. Do better, brother." Yep. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I feel you remember we said that a little bit too. We were like, "What's going on this time?" Because it doesn't feel as authentic. I mean, it seems like it's just too contrived, and it's like, why make it like that? Like it could. I'm sure it could be good without that too.
I think so too. Yeah. So that little thing there was going to turn her husband, blah, 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 whatever. So then we get to the main event. Taco Tuesday or whatever that was that Mel had. So then they get to the Tisha comes first. And Tisha spilled the tea on Destiny having an issue with Mel. And that didn't sit well with Mel because Mel's already was feeling some kind of way because Destiny didn't tell her about her divorce, and then she didn't tell her she felt a way about something and So she's like, is she really my friend? She had said that when confessed, she really my friend. Am I as close to her as I thought I was? Blah blah blah. So
are you?
Because if you were, would you be saying some of the things that you're saying, sweetheart? I don't know. But so Tisha tells her that, and then Melody's like, well, I can't wait till she get here so we can talk about it. And she's like, yeah, well, it was just so extra.
Sorry, family. Sorry, family. That scene, this taco with a side of beef, this was unbelievable. I mean, Melanie, to me, I don't know what I'm saying again, Shani. I don't know what is going on with Melanie this season. I don't know if it's because she's solo. Is she nervous about her storyline or something like that? Because she's coming in as, stirring the pot, like being a real, just like trying to get things, putting jabs. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you coming for Destiny the way you are? I mean, at that dinner, I know you were getting ready to say, Destiny was trying to be a lady, like, let's talk about this to the side privately. Mel, Shani, she's just keep okay, but still egging it on.
She would not let it go. She would not let it go. She had to, and I could see, I like the way Destiny does it because she's classy about it. She's just like, we're gonna talk about. We're not gonna have an audience. We're not gonna talk about it right now.
Yes.
And Mel just kept on it. Finally, she just went on ahead and said it, right?
I mean,
Kept on.
Melanie would not. She was relentless. She's like, "Oh, you said you're mad at me. I mean, what you mad at me for? Well, I mean, if you're gonna say you, I'm like Melanie. She already said she wanted to talk to you privately about this. You won't let it go. You want to come for her. You want to get something started. She wants it's something. It's something. It's no way they can say this is a true story. Like, I mean, there's no way. This is so like
contrived.
As good. Thank you. Yes, and as
orchestrated.
Yes. That orchestrated. Yes, it is.
That's like, gosh. And I wonder what's gonna happen. Then she was getting, because Destiny was getting kind of like, wait, she said, like, calm it down. So bring it down.
Seeing that side of Melody that we've witnessed when she was reacting to Tisha like that. You know what I mean? When she gets up on that horse situation. Right. And that voice is up. She's on her. It's like she's on one with it. And I'm like, Melanie, what are you doing? Like I told you, she might not be, she could be interesting in that she could have been interesting all along.
But yeah, so we will see the conclusion of that.
Yes, family. This is going to tip off next week, where Destiny and Melanie are really kind of going at each other, like really reevaluating each other, their friendships, and just saying, like, who are you to me? Like, why would you say this stuff? What I can't wait to see next week is when Melody is having this conversation with Destiny, and she has her eyes closed. And Destiny, so you can open your eyes up, because I'm not Malia, nobody. I'm not
everybody. Martell.
Speaking
of Martell, anybody see Martell? Where's Martell? Call him Martell.
2 episodes.
Where is Martell? Have you seen Martell?
I haven't seen Martell. I don't know what Martell said.
What's that about?
I don't know. We got to stay tuned and see how this is going to shake out with Mel and Destiny. If Tiffany can stop bringing the tea and somebody put her in her place, we got to find Martell. He's going up like, where's Waldo? We don't know where he's at.
I know, right? Yeah, Tiffany is serving, like Destiny said, ice cold tea with icicles. It's not even hot tea, okay? It's old tea, girl. Stop.
Thank you.
Oh, but I saw the preview. You saw that? They don't get it together. Maurice is gonna get it together, honey. She was crying.
Good.
They showed her was crying. I can't wait for that.
Me too. Keep my son's name out of your mouth.
They were at some event, and then he said, "I'd like to speak to you because I know you said something about my son." And and you rightly so. And her husband was there too, but she was tears in her eye.
It's too bad. Cry. Good, it's your party. You cry if you want to.
Right, exactly. Right. Turnabout is fair play, right?
Thank you. Absolutely. So, listen, stay tuned, family, because it look like it's heating up, and we're going to see what's going on with these gals. We're going to keep you all informed. Shani and I are going to keep bringing you all, hopefully, some piping hot tea.
Yes. And if y'all see Martell, put it in the comments. Where he's at. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe.